either she's able to be a repatriate too. I don't know what the scaling of how the repatriate works. If Amelie has to repatriate you to become a repatriate,
Maybe.
if Lou is a
Maybe
repatriate
that's sort of.
too, because I'm kind of confused with the ending of DS1. If the ending is showing Sam situation
Happening with
and suggesting that this is also happening to Lou in a similar
yes,
manner.
she became a repatriate. Yes,
Well, she came back, so either
she's a repatriate. Yeah, and she also has that mark, right?
Did she have the mark?
No,
I don't know.
no. She didn't have the mark, but that's how Sam was sent back from the beach, and the same thing happened with Amelie. Amelie sent back Lou.
Depending on if that scene is not a flashback or not, because that scene could be Sam's flashback, not Lou's flashback.
No. I think that was Lou for sure. No, the cross one was Sam, but at the end, she returns because of Amelie. That's what it is. Because she has the Kipu in her hand. Right?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So Amelie sent her back.
I would agree with that. And if that equals that, if that makes someone repatriate, then yes.
Yes.
If that logic is sound, and Kojima says yes, if Amelie sends someone back, then they become a repatriate. Then yeah. So then I would assume that she's just wounded. Then is what would have to happen. That or they do some other weird feint where she's not herself.
She died, right? Sam died too, right? Sam got shot in the tummy by the bullet.
Yes. I'm talking about Fragile.
Okay, yeah.
Type you're talking about. If she gets shot there, if Amelie sends her back, there she could be now.
I don't think so.
Or she's just
no. I don't think so. There's a shot in there. I think Kojima is trying to be very
cheeky,
too much on the nose in this particular shot.
Yeah.
Because I think that he doesn't pull the trigger on her, and I think that shot of the gun, that gunshot,
is gunshot
is from some other scene.
Yes.
Because I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so that the sound is coming from this particular scene.
But the one thing is for sure,
I don't think so.
Lou has died. Because Fragile says that too, Sam says that too. So Lou is definitely lost, right? And there's a shot in the first trailer where Lou is just on the ground, lifeless. And then she forms into that BB pod as a BT with the wings. So Lou definitely dies. So
Lou in the first, for the other trailer, she's lifeless?
Yes, in one of the trailers, like when Fragile is almost crawling towards her, she's just lifeless on the ground.
Let's see here.
So that was one thing that I thought, okay, Lou is definitely, because Sam clearly says, were you the one who killed Lou? So they're not imagining that Lou died. I'm sure she got shot or something happened to her, and Fragile knows about it too. And also, Fragile says that she tried to jump both of them, but she couldn't. And I don't know what happens in that scene. It could be something totally different.
Yeah, it's confusing because it seems like to me is that she sends just Lou to the beach. She could maybe try to jump after her, but maybe she can't find her after where
that's the thing. The very first shot is when she tries to take both of them. Only she jumps. Lou does not jump.
Right, but then she jumps Lou by herself.
But you don't see that happening.
Yes, you do.
No.
You don't?
No.
Doesn't she just appear?
No. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
She just puts her thing on the head, and then
that's it. There's a shot.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
she never jumps. Right. She never jumps.
You're right.
So
you're right. Do they do the jump sound? Are they teasing us at all?
No jump sound. Nothing. It's just the gunshot. And I think.
Okay, and then there's the gunshot. Okay.
And I think what happens is Fragile tries to do it again, and she goes, but Lou gets shot, and she dies. So that's what's happening.
Okay, yeah.
So Lou definitely dies, but
the reason why I'm saying that is she's doing the same thing she does with Sam.
She does, but I know,
the
but
forehead thing.
yes.
The thing is he has to think about where he's going to be teleported, and she's a baby, so who knows
Where she goes.
where she would go.
Hmm.
So that's my logic.
That is
Actually,
highly likely. That is highly
That's
likely too.
why I'm saying the notion she gets lost in the scene and becomes
Okay, so
the
the
chrysalis
whole thing.
thing.
So this
But
could
yeah,
this could be what happens.
she,
So she
the bullet
puts
could go. The
she
bullet could
puts,
come with it, so she could get shot and teleport at the
no,
same time.
maybe
But go ahead.
fragile thinks she died. It didn't work, but maybe
Mhm.
they both did vanish, and Lou went somewhere where she was imagining. Fragile went completely different, and when she comes back, she doesn't find Lou, and she thinks she's dead. She got shot because she
Well-
tried once and didn't work.
Well, and if they find the car or whatever
Yes.
inside the pod, then they would assume that,
That
she
she's dead.
died. Yeah.
That's why Higgs says you don't know what actually happened.
Yeah.
So interesting. Anyway,
Yeah. That's going to be interesting if Kojima actually shows that to make sense.
yes. Let's move forward. The next shot is we have UCA diapers, which is interesting. Diapers for babies. What does it say? Yeah, diapers for babies. UCA diapers for babies. Interesting.
So UCA is still a staple then, at least.
Because this was before.
that time.
Yeah.
I want to say Apex is a thing at this point too, or at
Yes.
least it's the
They
ball
are.
is rolling.
They are for sure.
I don't know if they're at that full stage of that picture that we saw with the brain
Yeah.
logo, but
Ooh,
I think-
I was
I
just
think
looking at the.
what else could be is
Mhm. Go ahead.
that UCA is referred to United States, right? I mean,
Yes.
in this current timeline, the United States of America doesn't exist, but UCA exists.
Yeah.
UCA is more of a geographical or a political, republic of whatever, America.
yeah.
Whereas APAC and Bridges and Fragile Express were all private corporations, is what I feel.
Also, the gun shot where the gun is close up, the gun's nozzle also has a logo. You can't really tell what it is, but there's a logo on there. But anyway, that was just something I noticed. The next shot, the one where they disappear into the mirror thing, Ashler, if you notice, on the ground, it's actually the reef. It's coral. It's underwater.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
on a mountain, which is
Yeah.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
How do you
so-
get coral reefs on a mountain?
So this transition is I think this is how the bots are moving from the world
To the continents.
from the dead world. So this is their notion of what is it, moving through the seam kind of a thing.
Yes.
I would almost suggest that this would end up in the Higgs video where he's doing the kung fu crap with the what is it, the red samurai.
Samurai.
So they do well because they would portal, like, do warp through reality, end up in that warehouse with Sam, maybe outside of it, capture him. There's some
So
weird.
this is their portal, basically, to anywhere.
This is how they're teleporting. I want
Yeah,
to say this
yeah.
is, it has this weird effect thing.
Let me ask Ashler one thing.
Mhm.
So if I stopped you in between, you were saying something. I'll ask you again when you complete.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was gonna ask Ashler about this thing. In the previous trailer, we see when Sam lays down his whole backpack, right? While he was in the crouch position, he was doing the stealth action. We see a couple of maybe three in the back in the front in his front. There were three mecha BTs probably stranded in the air, right? And what do you think that could be, Ashler? Do you remember that?
The bots hanging
Yes.
When he is
bots hanging with
in that
the threads,
crouch position.
with the threads, the bots hanging with the threads.
Yes.
What about them?
What do
Yeah.
you think?
I think that could be them being recharged or something.
Yeah.
From what it looks like is there some weird stuff inside their chest? So it feels like there might be like a bot BT tar weird hybrid thing. Seems like a little bit, and that's why they have the strands. The only other people that we see have the strings or strands is Lou and Tomorrow. So there
Tomorrow.
could be some weird thing special with her where they're like taking some of her DNA, and then so her DNA is like been placed into all these things, or she's just like linked to them,
I think
like through her beach or something like
I
that.
think
If
what's
it's
happening is,
only her ability, but
as I said, there are two different liquids, right? And Land of the Dead is where Tomorrow came from, and her chrysalis was filled with that black fluid. These Mecha BTs are actually made from that black fluid because they're also from that Land of the Dead. And anyone from that Land of the Dead has those upwards strands connected to them. So these guys are also from the same place as Tomorrow. This is slightly different liquid from the tar itself. I think these guys are made from the other liquid, and that's why they have the same thing happening to them. But I like the theory of Devesh as well, where they might, like, how they're just stuck there hanging. They may be getting like recharged or something. They connect it to the other side, and then all of a sudden when you get into combat, they break free and attack us.
there's also the notion of the defeating them and they breaking apart. So there might be a weird thing where that stuff can't occupy the same space as our space, or it changes into the normal tar, or it like gets sent back to the where it's located. Because there's what is it? I know when in the last trailer they would disintegrate. The other weird thing,
Yeah, they were disintegrated.
with it is that
Do you think these are puppets?
well,
Someone's controlling them from the other side. They are connected.
yeah, it does seem like that there's some notion to that.
Puppets of Higgs or something. I don't know.
I think Higgs is controlling them. I think Higgs is pretty much in the center.
The puppetry thing is pretty big, even with Dollman and stuff. The whole puppet thing is there, right?
Because the robot side of them could be from the land of the living, and then they put dead shit.
They infuse them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they could be actually having like a factory in the land of the dead that's sending our material over there to be produced. The thing is that material would almost have to be made out of chiralium.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the second trailer where Higgs was like, I've been distributing the fruits of this factory all over the continent. Maybe those fruits are not just weapons. Maybe they're also those robots.
No, I would assume it's the robots too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I want to say what it looks like is Apex models have been probably stolen or copied, or is almost what it seems like.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Or they have a license to them or whatever kind of a notion to make them.
So, yeah. Moving forward, when they go through the mirror thing, the next shot is Sam also I think that's also Sam going through the thing. That's what we see on the other side happening. Sam gets lifted up and taken to the land of the dead. And the land of the dead is where everything, the sky and everything becomes all orangish. That environment that we have seen with oranges and BT, more formed BT, that's another reason why the BTs are so formed, because they're actually the BTs, or they might even not be called BTs because it's a whole different liquid there. And those creatures who look like BTs are more formed because you're actually in their environment rather than them being in our world. So we are going to the land of the dead. In the very next shot, you see the orange. That, I think, is the alternate version. That's the land of the dead version of our world.
Yeah, and it looks like in the next scene is something that's in another type of a chrysalis. So being born.
Yes.
Into is that our world? Because that looks like a more normal building in the background there. So
it does.
Wonder if that thing could be dropped from the sky or come out of the ground? Because
it looked like it's like a Yeah, could be coming from anywhere, to be honest. But it's near a distribution center. You could see,
Yeah, yeah.
the distribution center's roof in the back.
The easiest answer would be that it just comes out of the tar, and then these
Yeah.
birds can pop out and attack.
Mm.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be.
I think there is some sort of consciousness that is inside the tar or the black liquid
Mhm.
that is kind of on its own will producing some sort of BTs, or maybe like this BT coming from that chrysalis, or maybe that bigger BT or something.
Yeah,
I
because the
think
next shots are
there
the
could be
bigger
some kind
ones.
of other consciousness.
Because what it seems like to me, how some of this tar creatures work is it's a collective of other dead bodies, like
Yeah.
and they're just absorbing
Right.
them, and then it becomes like a super consciousness kind of thing. And there's just
Yeah,
different
and forming
levels.
some sort of organisms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because the colossuses
they're
are
mutating basically into
they
bigger
can
stuff.
break themselves apart. So there's
Yes,
the hands
the
and then the
hand.
head and I would and then I guess there's the weird wings things too.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really
Wings.
seen like
Yeah.
feet or the notion of a disconnected umbilical cord, but then the umbilical cord's got to go to something too. So
Yeah, I don't know. There should be a feet monster there too. Quentin Tarantino would be happy, but there's a feet monster. But yeah, like that scene is really cool. We see some of the monsters.
because the umbilical cords could be literally fingers to another larger thing, like
Yeah.
to the giants. So there's like this bigger thing that could be maybe Amelie,
Yeah.
it's real what she really looks like, or some
Mm.
shit like that. But yeah,
The,
continue.
the Italian version of this game, the hand monster, is gonna be fighting like this. I wish Johnny was here.
You're right.
He would have loved this joke.
Eat that up, yeah.
Okay, so we see the doll again from the S1, but with the orange light in her
Yeah, the
eyes. But
eyes, yeah.
as Devesh mentioned to me, that the skeletons next to stranded snakes, they have we call him stranded snake in that part. But the skeletons also have the orange light glowing inside them. So that's
Yeah.
one connection.
Which could be similar to what the pinned baby dolls were for Cliff, right?
Yeah.
When we were in Cliff's territory, we saw some BBs with,
Yeah, yeah.
the dolls with some pins or something.
Yes,
Yeah, they
that's
were
true.
on the barbed wire spider web.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
he
yeah.
had one floating out to detect dead man as well.
Yep. Also, the next shot, the two.
And this one is inside some sort of a casket or something, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Doll is in some.
that are like corn,
Yes,
like,
it's
kind of
or it could
weird.
be a bag. No, because I see zippers.
Okay, you see
It
it.
seems like a pouch.
Yes, it's a zipper.
Pouch or something?
Yeah, it's a zipper
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kojima does not show that it has the cross
On the
it.
tummy. Yeah.
And it doesn't have the same like staples and stuff, I think, on its head. The other one, it looks more normal.
Yes, or
And
maybe
then-
we don't see it in the shot, but yeah, the next shot is like the two the colossi fighting. The one of them has.
Which is so interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's like two different kind of liquids fighting each other. It's not the same.
Well, there's the other thing is this could be big fish eating little fish though too. It's like, okay, who wins absorbs the other one.
But we haven't ever seen
So-
BTs fighting each other. But maybe it's possible.
Well,
I think it is.
if Higgs can control them to attack Sam, so I would assume someone that gets high enough dooms could hijack these guys too to
Yeah, but why?
fight another one.
Why is Sam only shooting the other one?
Oh yeah, I would assume he's on that one side.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's-
saying. Plus-
would make the most sense.
Plus, when the other one gets the freaking uppercut, he has the hands. The other one doesn't have hands.
That, and then also the notion of, well, that looks like he's losing, so I'm going to help kill that one. So then
Probably. I don't want to
So-
be on that losing side.
well, because if he has to take them both out,
Hmm.
help whoever's doing the blows,
Yeah.
whatever kind of thing, because it might actually his stuff
Mm.
might weaken it so that when one hits the other, it actually does more damage.
Yeah. Also, the location is like inside a city.
Yeah,
Or outside.
like a ruin.
Yeah, or
but-
maybe outside. Could be like it's close to a ruined city. Yeah.
yeah,
The next,
or place that's being constructed.
yes,
That could be also the other thing.
Mm.
possible. The next shot is definitely from the same shot where everyone was bowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And my
yeah.
only
Holy
thing is
crap.
the hair.
Just-
Or
Go ahead.
The hair is not in this shot. The hair is very different from what Higgs' hair is, to me at least, because this is pure black hair. Higgs does not have black hair in most of the shots, but I could be just overthinking. But that does not look like Higgs' shot. Yeah, what did you notice? You just said holy.
Oh, just the next shot. It's in the same scene.
Yeah, it is.
With
Yeah.
robot, it's in the same
Yes.
scene.
It is.
yeah,
I'm
just outside that the city boundary, city wall.
Mhm.
so there's this feeling that I'm having is like these robots can like merge and shift and turn into these other weird things. 'Cause
This
there's
reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4.
yeah.
Octo.
Yeah. So this thing, and then also the thing that's carrying the coffin in the same scene with all the other things with the
Oh.
red samurai fighting.
Yeah.
There seems to be some weird modular thing happening here. Maybe.
I love the design of this one. by
See,
the way.
do you see the tentacles of the octopus
Mhm.
all have that scanner of the individual robots?
Yes.
Do you notice that?
The other deck?
The blue and the
Yeah.
red light.
Yes, the order decks. They
Yeah.
do have. Maybe they freaking join in, like combine or something like that, and
Fuck,
become
man.
this. That would be sick. But no,
Yeah.
I love this design, and this only makes me imagine that
Oh,
shot from
is
the
that-
volume.
Are you seeing that
Okay.
it's the robot's face? Is
Yes.
the arms?
No. The arms have the order deck.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ends
yeah.
of the. Yeah.
Everything has the order deck of basically the head of the robots. Basically the
You're
robot
seeing the
head.
the
It's the
face of
order
the
deck.
robots.
Yes. That's what it's saying.
Okay.
Also,
Correct.
I don't know if you noticed, Ashler, but Divesh pointed this out, and that was pretty sick. Sam actually does a dive to prone in this shot, like Phantom Pain, gameplay element. He doesn't just falls down; he actually jumps into a prone, like a dive one. So we're definitely getting more action-based
Right.
movement.
Yeah, I saw that too. The only thing that was concerning to me about that is that he still has his backpack on. His
Yes.
backpack is empty though, so it may
Yeah.
work the same way as his backpack being off if it's
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah, and the
Um,
freaking thing just knocked the whole of the car out of the way in that shot. It's funny.
But yeah,
But
the
actually,
notion of these weird things appearing out of nowhere, it feels like, is interesting to me.
like even in the volume picture that we saw, remember
Yeah.
there was a monkey, like an ape, kind of a hybrid ape mecha thing standing in the background where the tents were.
Oh, was there? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, there's a
I
whole,
wonder, is that similar to the thing that's carrying the coffin?
no, that thing is
Looks
huge.
different.
That's more of this size. The octopus size, like that thing looks literally like an ape or a human with an armor standing next to the mountains where the tents are, which was very interesting to me.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take
Take a look at that
again.
too. I really studied that image like deeply, and I was like, yes, there's someone.
Also,
standing.
one another detail that I noticed was, if you could see in this shot that I'm pointing to the camera, every joint of this mecha BT, this octopus,
glows.
every joint has a red glowing
Yes.
light to it,
Yes.
which again indicates that these people these bots have joined with each other
It's possible.
into forming this.
It's possible.
I mean, my mind is going there. to
Yeah,
that
that's
part.
highly
I could see something along that line
Mm-hmm.
happening. Maybe a combination of the robots going into it, and then maybe some other weird effect, creating
Mm-hmm.
shells and stuff to encapsulate. They also look like normal video game weak spots.
Yes.
So it's like shoot here, shoot here, shoot here.
Yeah, it's possible.
And then maybe
Them being the joints.
Yeah, shoot the joint. The joint may fall and then turn into an ad that becomes a robot, and then you have to defeat the robot separately from the octopus.
Yeah.
So you're tearing off limbs and then
Limbs
creating
slowly, shorter
uh,
enemies, smaller
robots
enemies.
coming at you, which is
I've
an interesting notion.
the
Which is
next.
a slime
Yes,
does that.
basically. That'll be interesting.
Hmm.
Disintegrating, they integrate into that, and then we disintegrate them and kill them. Interesting. The next shot, I just paused at a moment where the Sam is still sitting on his bike. If you notice a couple of things, he's still wearing the camouflage thing, armor, and also his shoes. His shoes are not walking shoes. They look like freaking proper shoes.
Huh.
Very different kind of shoes. You see that? They don't look like those heavy duty shoes that he usually wears for deliveries.
They kind of have a little bit more of a maybe stealthier vibe to them a little bit.
Yes, and he's wearing the camouflage as well. And also the very next shot, where the camera
Also,
kind
do
of
we see-
zooms in towards the bike. There's already someone else chasing that
Are there
bike
two
too.
bikes still?
Yes, there are two bikes. It seems like someone else is already chasing that bike.
Yeah. There are two bikes.
Yeah, there are two bikes, and
I have a theory for this section.
they're two different ones. There's a red one and there's a black one. So maybe
So what I feel is
two automations.
So what I feel
One is the APAC automation and one is the Higgs automation, and the one chasing it is the APAC one, the automated robots that we have, trying to stop it from entering the city, and the red one is the one that Higgs created.
Right. There could be also
which he is using to infiltrate
UCA.
our bases.
Yes.
the other thing is
UCA,
this
basically.
could just be a sign of competition. So the notion of, oh, you have a package, I'm going to steal your package and I'm going to deliver it, and then I get the thumbs up, and then I can use
I don't think so, because this seems very serious and lethal in a way.
Higgs doesn't care about deliveries.
Yeah.
and
And this is the
depending on what's being delivered. But I can see what you're saying. The other thing that's interesting is it almost looks like it's doing like what is that game called? Splatoon.
Oh, Splatoon. Okay.
Like where it's jumping out of the ground, out of oil at the very beginning of that thing,
Yes.
or tar. I mean, so it's like appearing out of nowhere.
It's possible.
It's like surprising it.
Yeah, the bike has a really
What
cool
I feel is-
attachments too. Yeah.
That or
What I feel
the
is-
other bike dropped the oil and it jumped over it, or the tar.
Yeah, go
Which
ahead,
is-
Divesh.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, what I feel is that as we see in this particular bike chase scene, the lights have turned red, right? So indicating some sort of danger. What I feel is that throughout the game, we need to be worried about the so-called infiltrations or so-called corruptions inside the UCA, probably being targeted by Hicks and his army. And it's safe to say that the red bike is the one from Hicks' army, I think.
Yes. The color gives it away.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that cut is from Sam being one place to the across the thing? Is that a actual cut or is it a feint? Because do you think this is actually Sam fighting this thing?
Yes, it
And it
is.
just
You
looks.
you can see Sam sitting and shooting.
You see someone that has an order deck for sure, but
Oh.
then who is then? So it's a feint then. The pan to the people driving across
it's
the way.
more like a cut where Sam sees his enemy, drives towards them, and he catches up with the bike, and now he's shooting it. So it's like a jump.
Okay, that's what you think it is.
Yeah,
happening. Okay, so he sees. So this thing probably blew up something else. Then is what you're suggesting.
Yeah, like what happened, probably Sam gets an alert that we're getting infiltrated. There's an someone trying to infiltrate through the road, and he sees that his own robot from APAC is chasing the bike, so he goes on that same road and tries to stop the bike himself.
Cool.
It's like a chase sequence in that sense.
Yeah. I like the notion
And
of
also,
you can actually use.
he seems to be
Good.
Yeah, sure. I'll say. You were saying something. Sorry.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry. So I was saying that this position of Sam being on his bike, right? So I think this could point out to some sort of patrolling mechanic. I mean, this literally seemed like he was on patrol, right? I mean, somewhere down the
Um,
line in the game, we see there is um, a danger or risk of danger of infiltrations by Higgs, which this seems to be pointing towards. This was an infiltration attempt, maybe targeting some sort of supply chain, or maybe targeting some sort of weapon industrial thing going in on the city or inside the city.
um,
Because this is safe to say that this was part of the highly developed city, right? This was not some random place.
hmm.
This seemed to be part of taking place inside the highly tech with rail system, highly equipped infrastructure city. So this seems like there is some sort of patrolling mechanic, and we can schedule more bots like the one in Phantom Pain. How we were, assigning bots for mothership, protection or
Mother
something.
base, yeah.
Have you
Could be. I
have
mean,
you
I'm
guys
just
played the first Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
Devish, have you played the first Spider-Man?
the PS one
The
or
the first PlayStation,
the PS one or the PS.
the new ones. The what is it? Sucker?
Oh,
Who's
Insomniac.
Insomniac? The
Uh-huh.
Insomniac ones. Have you
Yeah.
played that one, Devish? First one?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
do you know
yeah,
how in
yeah.
that
I played.
game how you have like oh, here's a crime that just happens randomly? You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, here's I need to chase
Mm-hmm.
down this car. Oh,
Yeah,
there's these guys attacking people.
uh,
There could be a kind of a mechanic like
yeah,
that to it
yeah.
too, where it's like, oh, I'm in this area. I don't have to help, but I can help.
Hmm.
Where it's like I can assist, but the notion of adding
Mm.
like where you're actually creating bikes to patrol the area and protect an area where you're doing the bikes, and that bike might be a module thing too. If
Hmm.
we're looking at that squid thing, if that thing's made out of bots, then these things could turn into bikes and then turn into like a fire team, and they break apart
Oh,
rather than being a bike.
it's a
Yeah.
competition between APAC and Higgs into who gets more bandwidth to create more weird shit with mechas.
Well, I because yeah, that would be interesting if he's fighting for bandwidth so he can create another EE. So
Yeah.
um,
Also,
What
I
I
just
see is
noticed.
coming to this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this was the last thing that I'm going to say. I think if APAC, being a private corporation, wants the complete control of the region, and now apparently the Mexico as well. What I think is ki Hicks is also doing some sort of shit that when he said that I'm distributing the fruits of this factory, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
think there could be some conflicts or contradictions between companies, because APEC definitely it seems like sees Higgs company or whatever it is organization as some sort of problem to its existence, because Higgs company seems to be distributing more sort of lethal weaponry,
yeah,
apparently,
Mm-hmm.
like from what
yeah.
we can see, and that could pose danger to APAC's
So
interests. And that is why we, I think, are working for APAC and
so
for
there could be
APAC.
some kind of a PMC element to it where other people are hiring him to go after people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like kind of a piracy, kind of a weird thing. And it's
Right.
not necessarily Higgs. He's just
And that company,
facilitating the notion of, hey, you can have this bot go steal someone else's crap if you want to.
Yeah.
and I think that corporation that has hired Hicks probably might have brought him from the dead. I'm just guessing. I mean, for his whatever thing is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
possible.
there's
There's something
something.
bigger in play for sure. I also noticed on the road there is a random cargo on the middle of the road while the chase sequence is happening. There's literally a cargo on the thing that you could have picked up. It was glowing blue as well. It passes really
Hmm.
quickly, but it's there.
after the other bike lands?
Yeah, it's right
Okay.
there, like on the
Oh
right in the
yeah,
middle,
yeah,
of, right in the middle
yeah,
of the road. That is interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
I wonder if this is on like kind of a circuit or a loop.
yes, probably.
It's
And
just
I
like
don't think this is within a city. I think it's outside. I think this is like a new kind of road that we can make, and this is outside the bounds of a city that we can use to travel. Because even we can
You
even
can see the
see
cities actually.
on the other
You
side, but
can
on the
see
other
the
side
bedrock. The
there's,
skyline is there.
yeah, but there's also sea on the other side. You can literally see a body of water right next to the road. So I don't think the, like within, so the city, maybe the road leads towards that city where you drop off stuff, but I don't think this road is
does
in the
does
city.
does in the distance does it look like
Also,
it's
it's
more
raining
road
here.
or road heading back the other direction?
It's more
I can't tell.
road. It's
Oh, it's
actually
just more
like
road.
it's
Yeah,
actually like a
and
bridge.
it's
Probably.
raining in the scene.
Curving.
Yes, it is raining.
It's raining in the scene as well.
Yes. Also, the next monster that we see, if you see the mouth, there's like a proper mouth that is sucking you in. Even the hand monster, right here at the palm, there's an opening. So,
Yeah.
all of these monsters have something that that they're trying to eat you. That was not in the previous ones. The monster designs are super cool, by the way.
And you guys think this would create a void out? So any of
Probably,
these things eating with
probably,
that weird glowing effect would cause
yes.
the void out. Yeah.
The next shot is one
Do
of
you
my
guys
most.
think the void outs will be more dynamic this time around rather than
I
being in
wish.
I hope so.
set locations?
I hope so.
I was disappointed by the Void Out's design in the previous game. I mean,
Same here.
it could have been much better, even
Yeah.
on the PS4 tech. But yeah, I mean, the efforts are also there. So, but
Yeah,
I
but
think
hopefully
yeah,
this
this time
they'll
around we
improve
have
on
better
this one.
Void
Yeah.
Outs.
Hmm.
The next shot is very intriguing to me. It's one of the most mysterious shot. As a quick glimpse of the five beings inside the same widow veil and a full rainbow thing happening around them. It's very interesting. We still don't know who these five beings
Concentric
are.
circles of the rainbows evolved.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we're flowing through like a tunnel kind of thing almost.
Do you think this might be a Magellan like
I think
shot
metaphoric.
thing? Maybe like where this is like before it'll like pass the camera, or it's gonna come from that other side eventually, kind of weird thing. Maybe.
Probably.
I,
I can see that happening. I can see that happening. It's some sort of nightmares that Sam has,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Well, but yeah, like this, that's a really cool shot. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but the one next
Yeah,
up after this, the summit, I know
Yeah.
we're all going there, so that'll be
yeah,
that'll be fun.
that's cool.
The next shot of the nebula is actually a shot taken from NASA. So I like if you at the very end of the trailer, there's a line at the very bottom which actually tells you exactly which one this is. This is an actual photo. And Kojima is taking a couple of things from NASA for this game. The moon map is from NASA. This is from NASA. So the chiralium is definitely blending in a lot of things. Mixing a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
I'm really curious how he's going to explain, or if at all, going to explain why the moon's so big.
I'm
It's
sure
just
there will be.
it's just cool. It's
It's
just
the
cool.
warping of the environment.
Yeah, the environment.
It's the warping of the. I think it's
You think
the
that's might be the
environment
reason
warping.
why
Yeah.
why the earthquakes and stuff are happening? Maybe.
Yes, the floods. I mean, the whole Earth will be flooding if moon got that close.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, but I think it's more of a aesthetic thing too. But I'm sure he's gonna have something, some
Maybe the
explanation for
moon, maybe the moon getting some sort of closer to the Earth could be the reason behind some sort of floods happening
Yeah,
on a more
yeah.
random basis.
Yes, that's a possibility.
And also that is why there was that the shot of the black tar or something going upwards. Maybe I mean
Gravity.
could not be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the chiral stuff has anti-gravity kind of effects to it.
Affects
It could be also like a
Hmm.
optical illusion too that's happening. Like maybe there's something in the sky that's creating a lens, and that
But the
lens
lighting and everything.
is
Looks so
is
good.
zooming in on the sky in a weird way, or distorting the sky. In a
Yeah.
weird way.
I'm just glad we have a photo mode at launch for this game. because the amount of pictures I'll be
Man,
taking with this
yeah.
drone.
Oh no.
It's gonna be so much fun. All right, so next shot is really cool. It looks like one of those environments from Death Stranding 1, close to the Knot City, the first one, the capital Knot City, but this time we have all these different structures: the longer bridge, the train, the city has lights on, which is really cool.
Right. I hope they improve the bridge system.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I think they have longer already, so that'll be cool. Higgs just being a badass. Next, then we slide into a fighting sequence, and then we see a camp. There's literally a camp and
Hold on. So
I see a lot of potential for stealth here.
mhm,
the room, the back room that we see,
mhm.
with Higgs is the next room.
Yes,
So it's literally those
same
are
sequence.
joined
Yes.
areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same sequence. Yeah, it's the same place
Yeah.
from the first
What
trailer.
gives
So.
me hope?
Hmm.
What gives me hope? Seeing this room and seeing Ashler in the scene that I was talking about, where the BT was in the previous trailer, BT was hanging in the air, right? So we see large, giant formations of these cargos or whatever these are, as acting as stealth points, so that you could disintegrate the BT, the mecha BTs without sounding the alarm off, right? So gradually moving from one stealth point to the another stealth point, be it couch or be it prone, right? Silently doing the stealth move and disintegrating or turning off or disabling or whatever you want to call these mecha BTs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is what I
Yeah.
see happening.
Yeah, because
Um,
the notion
Yeah.
of having things patrolling versus being asleep, yeah, and
yeah.
sneaking past it is
And the day
interesting.
and night cycle, I'm sure, is gonna affect that too.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be
Right.
one. I hope it is.
And sunlight is so prominent in this shot.
Yes.
The sunlight.
By the way, guys,
It being the afternoon time.
we're touching the 2 hour mark. You guys want to continue?
I'm still good.
Devesh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. I might have to do something in like 15. Well, nothing too long, but just in 15 minutes. But it should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the next shot, of course. I don't even know if those guys are mules anymore, but
Yeah, they seem more like kind of like a mule
Soldier,
demon,
yeah.
mule demon hybrid kind of thing.
another faction.
Yeah, I would assume it's just whatever the new thing
Yeah.
is for Mexico or
Party for
or
hire.
Oh, maybe
other
these are the
party.
Mexico versions of their army or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That
see-
or Australia. So
yeah, or
if we're
probably
going there,
Australia. Yeah, and see the watchtower in the back. So there's definitely more patrols and a lot of things as.
Let's get to this.
Yeah, I wish.
Also, there is the DSC in the background.
Yes, yes. I think we're on the next shot.
And is Sam using lethal there in that one?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
looks like lethal. Not.
Yeah,
not,
I don't see the blue.
No.
Is it blue? What was
Yes.
the color coding? Is it
Yeah.
blue?
The next shot is like a very quick shot of Sam just saying bye to Rainy and Tomorrow in the thing. But before that, there's a shot of the truck driving, and if you can see,
Yeah.
there is a roof on.
Yeah, I was about to say that. There's a
Yeah,
force
there's-
field
Yeah, there's a force
for,
field.
for
and
protect
it's-
from rain. That's cool.
Oh, South Distribution Center. I can see the name.
And that's-
F2 South
Is
Distribution.
is that the
Center.
old truck or the new truck?
This looks like the old one.
I can't fully see.
But yeah, so this place is called F2 South Distribution Center, with APAC logo on the thing. So it also has like signs like real highways. Interesting. And there are longer bridges, and then there's the train coming along. It's awesome. We're right. So yeah, there's that shot of.
I love the watchtower aspect in the enemy bases.
Yes.
Let's say,
for sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
The
enemy
watchtower
bases.
gives me hope of
Mhm.
Phantom Pain.
I hope so. But yeah, that shot of Tomorrow and Rainy in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
And then,
that truck looks like it's the new truck, the
Yes.
open cab one, in that road shot with the roof.
I think,
Nice.
and we see it being built, and then after a shot as well, while Sam is going through the zip lines. Of course, we don't have the.
So the notion of the waving goodbye, what do you think where do you think they're going? What are they
Who the
doing?
fuck
Is
knows?
it because that'd be cool to actually like that's just switch out, you know?
They could
Then
be,
you're running as those two characters out and about,
probably.
or at least cutting to maybe a cut scene following those characters.
But yeah,
Uh,
the zip lines have changed. We don't have the
Yeah,
the
we're not using the cuff.
So we have a
Do you-
whole thing to hold on to. I don't know how the fuck he's holding on to that, but yeah, he is.
He's like sitting on a like
Oh,
a,
he's
like
sitting. Oh yeah,
a
it
cross
is.
beam
Yeah, he is
thing.
sitting.
So it's like a T bar or maybe like a looped T bar thing.
That makes sense because you'd
I'm
need some
wonder-
really good upper strength if you're just
Yeah,
holding on to it.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's just a part of the feature of the zip line itself, or he actually carries that like in his kit somewhere and he flips it out. Like it might
could be.
be a thing and extends out and it has
be
that
either.
the loop on it, and he's just does some weird folding out thing.
Could be.
And that would
Guys, I noticed something.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Sorry,
No.
sorry, Ashna, again cut
No,
you
you're
off.
good.
I noticed this thing in this thing. In the very early on section in the game where Sam is delivering some package to Apex distribution center, we can see train line behind it. Let me show you, in case if you don't remember. This one. This one.
Because I think your video is a little
Just wait.
delayed.
This in this scene,
Mm-hmm.
if you can just go to your screens on this
Okay.
shot, and in the background you can see train lines is what I can see.
See if I can backpedal back to that one.
Those big poles have train line or whatever it is.
Like the tram that we see in that the other one that we were just
Yeah,
looking at. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and in this section when we see Sam entering the distribution center and he does this victory action, even then just behind the distribution center we see that very tram line. Um,
Yeah. It's over there. So you can build these trams to different distribution centers.
I hope so. I hope we can do that. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
yeah. Yeah, that's
I hope it's not fixed though. Is my problem with it.
no.
I want to be able to move
However you want.
to a certain degree. I feel like
Okay.
there should be maybe some weird limitations here and there. But
and even in the even in the shot where Sam is on his bike and going through the river, right?
Yeah,
And
there,
we can
you can see
see
it.
the DHU in the background. I mean, there also is the train line. It just clicked to me.
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So he's just going through the thing. Then the next shot is young Sam with short hair.
Yeah. Flashback.
Yes, it's definitely a flashback with I don't know who, and he seems like he's in a seam because you see the water effects.
Yeah.
How can that be a freaking flashback? This
This
is a
seems
flash
like-
forward.
It's like
A nightmare of memory.
I want to say it's like kind of like maybe a seam nightmare.
Nightmare, yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why
So
is
there
his hair
seems to
short
be some
though?
sort of body on the. There
It's a
seems
body.
to be a body or something.
Yeah, it's a body.
I
there.
It seems pregnant.
Yeah, I
Seems
wonder
pregnant.
if this might be his wife.
Wife.
or Amelie or
Probably
Bridget.
Lucy. Probably Lucy because she's definitely pregnant. But
Because she seems pregnant.
and he's also wearing
she-
Bridges
Nothing.
clothes,
There-
so
there-
that's definitely a
there-
flashback.
There is also the weird, interesting cut to the veil being pulled off of like a
Yes.
person too, which is kind of maybe connected to that scene, maybe in a weird way as
Oh.
well. But that's first person, which is interesting.
Yeah. Also the the truck that is being built, you can see a fragile sticker on the side. It's
Yeah,
and
Fragile
it's
Express.
and it's her smoking. It's like a cartoon version of her smoking the cigarette. It's pretty cool.
On what?
On the truck.
On the truck that they have a little decal.
Yes, they have a decal with fragile
That
smoking.
that'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
they have a decal.
And you can see weapons. Is that what that is? Is
Yes,
that a weapon on
there's
that
a
truck?
rail gun. There's a rail gun on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we are literally riding into the center on the fucking train.
Right. I really hope that that's like a actual dynamic feature, not
Man.
just a video. To
Mm,
be able to
Let's see. Yeah.
hop on those.
the next shot of the cat, the movement on her belly is so freaking realistic. If you see when she shakes the belly, the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
the belly moves is like exactly like
Mm.
lifelike. It's the attention to detail is just stunning. Yeah, Norman Reedus, Fragile, Tarman, Troy Baker, Higgs, Tomorrow.
Got a question about the Higgs scene.
Mhm.
If BB had the necklace, is that not the same necklace?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's where Lou had it at the end of Death Stranding, and
Now
now
I'm gonna have to go back and double triple check that. But yeah,
now
yeah.
Higgs
That's-
has it. So that means Higgs took it from Lou on the other side.
Unless some weird reason she was wearing it as BB and took it with her. But yeah,
But yeah, we see all those quick clips of the characters. Tomorrow, Rainey. We see Rainey for the first time in this trailer. We also see the president, Mr. Mimir, Alistair Duncan. He looks great. He will play a big part, that's for sure. We've been hearing his
Seems like a
voice.
corpo guy.
Yeah, and look at his pin on the coat. It's a crab. Oh, and the crabs are the ones who are crawling on the servers.
right. And I think the crab thing is going to be the brain for the Apex.
And also, he is definitely the president of APAC because on his collar it says automatic public.
So do you know like the crab upper body shape is going to be the brain shape that we see in the Apex logo? But then it will have the arms coming down off.
But that is APAS. This is APAC.
Oh, okay. So APAS and APAC. I want to say one is like an umbrella of the other one, wouldn't you?
APAS is more like a brain.
Yeah, one is the APAS is the system, right?
Yes, APAS is the brain kind of
The tech.
logo.
The tech.
The
That is
APAC is
powering the mods
more
for the
like a
movie.
compass,
Yeah.
like a thing. The APAC is that compass logo. Interesting, but yeah, he has that.
And APAC is the company, and APAS is the tech of that company.
Yes.
Yeah. The image though, definitely the body looks like the brain though, in the crab picture. So
Also, this character Charlie, we have no clue what this thing is, but he's shown in the main character's what do you call that? The clips, and Charlie looks like an AI. I don't know what the hell Charlie is, but also the holes on his chest are the same as
It has the
dual sense
sense.
controller.
Not same,
same as
not same, but very much reminiscent.
Reminiscent, yeah, of the speakers.
speakers on the controller.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
and I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be someone. I don't know.
this
what
is
the hell.
very.
Do you think he's on the Magellan? Kind of looks
Yes,
like maybe
he
that's a
is.
Magellan jacket
Yes,
in
he
that
is.
corner there. So
He's definitely in
There is a
Magellan.
background of
I love how his expressions are actually
He
hand
is-
drawn shit that changes.
yeah, because I could see there being like a similar connection to him and Dolman because it kind of feels that way. But he could be just a
AI or something.
like a chiral
AI
weird,
in the ship.
weird
Yep.
thing.
He would be able to listen to your request in the ship. I believe.
Yeah, or maybe he
Yeah,
talks through the
could be.
controller's speakers to you as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be some weird thing like he's a chef bartender kind of weird thing too with him as well. So
Also, the next shot with Hartman, the map in the back is that US or is that something else? I think that is US.
Yes, I want to say yes,
Yes,
because it has the what is it, that center area with all
the
the
belt. Yeah,
the belt, yeah,
yeah,
void
yeah.
out belt, yeah.
Interesting. And
Yeah.
there's also like a big BB pod hologram in the back, and there are a lot of different BB pod. Well, there are BB pod holograms everywhere on the map. They're connecting. The yellow dots are all BB pods.
Hmm.
Interesting, very interesting. And this is in his house.
What could this mean? Because the because the blue line markers are the stations that we connected, right? I
Yes,
believe
yes.
the blue star ones,
Mm-hmm.
and these BBs.
That's
Damn, and also there is one bigger BB just behind his head. Uh,
Yes, yes. There's a
in
bigger BB
the
pod,
picture
and
itself.
the right in the middle. Yeah.
it's weird how that holographic pod is in front of him though too, because it's like floating weird in
Yes.
front of
Oh
his.
no,
Is it
no,
a
no.
holographic? I don't think so. I
I
don't
think
think
you
so.
know what it is. He actually is
It's
hiding something. It's a Kojima is actually hiding something in front.
Well, they've already shown his
Yes.
chest heart plate thing though.
But I don't think he's getting that at this very moment. I think there's something else, because that floating thing is kind of almost like covering something very important in the in the trailer. It seems very out of place, but
Yeah, it does. It does. That's why I was like, it doesn't feel like.
I think
like
he's
a,
hiding something.
It seems
What?
like a 2G. It seems like a 2G picture, a 2D picture.
Yes, he's just
Yeah.
hiding something on his chest. What it is?
Why
I
did
don't
he?
know.
Why did he animate it though? He could have held it still.
No idea.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it is a very weird thing. But or maybe this is like a whole thing happening that is. But
It could be a hologram in front of him, and it's just doing some
Yeah,
weird movement,
and
and it
also-
might be on a.
There is a red pipe going in and out. There is black
I think
pipe
the red.
and
Yeah.
red pipe. And
I mean, Hartman's thing we already saw. It's literally a heart pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but Red Samurai, I don't know. We don't know who the
Which
hell
I
that
would
is.
I would like to see Sam be able to get his skeleton one
Mhm.
so anti-fall skeleton where it locks him out so he doesn't fall. Gets all
Oh man.
he would
Hmm.
Sam would
Damn, that would be cool.
That would be super cool. You're about to lose balance and
Yeah.
you just go.
He can just sleep.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Man, that could picture into the melee combat itself. I mean, in some of the other ways.
Oh yeah, like a drunken
just-
monkey kind of, or yeah,
Drunken
Just
master.
to assist Sam.
drunk master style, yeah.
Yeah,
Where you're,
yeah, just moving left and right.
I could see that happening.
There's I think there's a movie that I can't remember what it was called, but where there's like a machine controlling someone and he's doing all these kung fu moves. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Samurai. We still don't know who that
Damn.
is. My bet is still on Rainy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the character's so weird to me now because we've seen all these other color-coded characters that are like connected with the Higgs bots. So it's like, is this like a rogue thing, or did someone steal
It's a
his?
very Japanese image in
Is
non-Japanese setting also.
yeah,
Because yeah, it feels like
It's a very Asian imagery and I mean Asian imagery.
yeah.
man, this Neo character has gone through a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it in his eyes. The doctor has two red hands.
And then
Right
do you
hand,
see what's happened to the pod though too? How it's gooping.
Sorry, what?
The pod is gooping.
Yes,
when
it is.
she-
It is.
I wonder if that's part of her power or if that's the state the pod's in.
Could be either.
Because maybe she's able to pull out the essence inside the pod
Hmm,
and then move it. Maybe.
probably. Why is Sam crying? That's what I want to know. But yeah. Now after the shot,
PTSD.
the next shot is of the guy. Yeah, that's definitely not a girl. And that does look a lot like, for some reason, Dollman too. But yeah,
And it looks like they're lifting something up. Maybe
yes, with
caught
the crane.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, like they've caught something in the thing. I wonder if they're gonna eat it.
They caught
Some
a
of
wire.
oil rig or maybe crane or something.
They caught a wire.
Uh, The other notion though could be though too is they catch this thing and maybe Sam and the what is it called, the chrysalis are inside of it, and they fish it out of
Yeah, it's
the
possible.
the fish
But
thing.
whatever it is, it's pretty big.
Doesn't make sense with the notion of it void out happening if they can do that too. But
Yeah, we see Dollman's daughter probably with the doll in her hand, which does not look like Dollman at all yet.
yep.
Also, the BT is very weird. Probably the mom.
Yeah, and I like the whole where you can actually see through the death shroud a little bit
Yes.
more, and I'm assuming most of these types of BTs are still mothers. Is my hypothesis for some of them, not necessarily all of them,
Yeah.
because we know that when just people die in general, they turn into BTs. Period. So.
The next shot is very well acted, of course, and those two, the chemistry is amazing.
Yeah,
The rainy shot, she's definitely not getting affected by the rain. The other guys have their hoods on.
Yeah, that's why I think they're stoning her, because she seems like she's a demon now,
Demon or
because
something.
she can survive the rain.
And I'm sure she has a superpower. She could bring down the rain or anti-time fall or something. Maybe she is the reason they have
Also-
anti-time fall. That
Yeah.
why Fragile is now.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah, put some of her blood in her blood.
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense. The notion of, I would assume that she draws the rain too, because I could see that being a to her. So, but
Was it not?
huh?
You were saying something?
Just the notion of Rainy drawing rain to a specific
Also-
location if she stays in one spot
Yeah.
long.
Rainy's
Maybe that's why they have to move constantly with Magellan, is because they're staying ahead of the rain that she's pulling into that local area.
also her dress, her jacket
Could be.
says Bridget Foundation.
Ah, interesting.
I never saw this before this, so she's definitely part of the Bridges and Bridget Foundation. Okay, interesting. Man, this next mecha shot, I don't know what the
Yeah.
that next mecha is. He holds Higgs in a chrysalis in the in the back. That thing
Well,
is huge.
Right, but
Coming to this before, was it not told that she comes from the land where babies can't be born or something?
No, that's tomorrow.
Rainy?
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow says that I
Okay.
come from a land where babies cannot be born, and Rainy says, "Oh, then." But the Rainy is like, "But she will
Yeah.
be born." And
Yeah.
tomorrow is
Ra-
talking about her land where babies cannot be born.
Rainy is the
Okay.
pregnant lady,
Yeah.
and it may be the baby that's actually doing this
Yeah.
stuff to her rather
Yeah,
than
it's
herself,
possible.
or it's a half and half. Maybe she's able to resist timefall, and then the baby is actually calling the rain.
Yes, and the next shot is actually Rainy's baby in the BB pod.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting about the mech thing is that that this the coffin in the previous trailer, they're like carrying it
Yes.
instead of having this thing carry it. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not have this dude transport it than this? The only thing I can think of is maybe not Sam, but the ninja, or the samurai taking out the other ones. Now he has to call in a different thing to transport him. But yeah, because there's an omission of
I have a theory.
where that coffin goes during that fight too. But go ahead.
What I feel is, in this very short, in the moment that I have paused on my screen, you can see the very bot that we see in the Higgs army. That bot has some sort of projection going upward, and that part getting bigger, and there are two other arms coming from it.
Yeah,
So
he
it
has
has four arms now.
4 arms. Yeah,
So-
he has 4 arms.
the on, yeah, on the base is the very same bot that we see the humanoid bot, and when there's a need for Higgs to be carried away, one of the bot could, like, expand from his back and make the this cascade bigger, and two other mechanical arms come, which are larger ones, which are more powerful, and a bigger bot something. I mean, I think this is a very augmentation that any of the bot can have. Whichever is nearest to Higgs can rescue him from the danger. Is something that I feel is the case. There's a very transformer-esque thing going on in here.
Yeah. There's something definitely interesting along that line going on.
These are transformable.
Do you think Higgs is hurt here, or do you think this image is video is reversed at all? Is this how he gets out of the thing?
No, I don't think it's reversed, but it's definitely
No. I think he's being rescued. I think
yes.
he's being rescued.
Or maybe
He's somehow survived that fight, and he's being,
yeah, it's like the thing
yeah.
is over, and now he's like, okay, I'm out of here.
Hmm.
And
Also,
the next,
this bigger bot seems to be of the size of that red samurai. So I think he must have fought the red samurai to an extent, and then then, like,
and
rescued Hicks.
the head of this bot is more like Aliens, the movie. It's the same
Yeah.
design as freaking the alien monster.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It has a mask in front of it. I just paused at
Yeah.
the very last right moment. Did
Yeah.
you notice that?
Yeah.
And
Which one?
the head, it's like elongated shape, and at the very end of the head there is a mask, Higgs mask.
It's like the Amelie mask, right?
Yes,
The Amelie Higgs mask.
that's
Yeah.
so freaking cool. I didn't even notice that before. What a cool
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
That's freaking sick.
Wait. Continue. I just have something to say with the next scene.
Yeah, the next scene is the baby, and you can see this is Rainy's baby.
Uh-huh.
Also, the baby has hair. Also, the umbilical cord is still connected.
So what is that tattoo on that lady's head or that person's head? 'Cause
I haven't gotten to that one. I'm just looking at the
Okay.
baby right now. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that looks like the squid,
Squid. Okay.
or I don't know. It could be something different too.
Could that be that person that was on the outside of the Magellan?
No,
Possibly.
no.
You don't think so?
This is a woman.
Okay.
This is the nurse, and that's the doctor, and they're definitely in the Magellan.
Oh, do you think these people are going to be
It's part of
with
the
us,
crew.
or
Part of the crew.
you
for
think
sure.
they're part of the crew? Okay,
Mhm.
because I could see them being at a location
Could
that
be
we
location
go,
too,
go to.
but I think this is within Magellan.
Because I could see a what is it? Literally a delivery mission for a delivery, like where we have to carry her to the doctors to get to have them.
Rainy's water broke, and now you gotta run.
Yeah.
Carry her straight
Yeah.
to the
It's interesting that
delivery.
it's interesting that they put the baby
The baby pod.
into a pod.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, that's
Because she's not a still mother.
I think that's gotta do something with her backstory. We'll find out.
Backstory or something connected with the her dooms or the baby's dooms is causing some reason for that.
Yep.
The other notion where we saw the doctor gooping into the pod, there may be some weird connection of how
It's
the
possible.
transplant can happen, where she's actually able to pull the baby in and out
Yeah.
of that situation. But yeah,
Now we
Okay.
get a lot of cool tomorrow shots. The next shot, tomorrow is wearing the same thing when they rescue her. That's what she's wearing.
and we get like an interesting transition thing where the explosions are actually where bots are
Bots are
appearing.
spawning, yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
So I'm curious how many variations of teleportation and spawning in there's going to be. That seems to be one of them. Is the splash?
Next one is Mr. Tarman, just checking out his hand, and then the cat flying to him. I think this is the story when he finds the cat. This is where we see Tarman actually finding that BT cat and adopting her, basically.
Or could be,
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was out doing something But yeah, it would
Mm-hmm.
be cool. I do hope
Yeah.
it's more of like the explanation of the character. But
Yeah. The next shot with Neil is we can definitely see in the reflection it's Mexico. The carved paper that's definitely from a Mexican festival. I'm forgetting the name, but I think the Day of the Dead or something. That's where they put, or it's just something, an art form that people in Mexico use.
Mhm.
Then we see the Octolu for sure. Then we finally see Dead Man.
And he's walking into the water.
Water. He's walking
He's
into
down
the
the
beach.
beach.
And
He-
Sam is crying. Did he just got fed up and took his own life?
Well, it seems like he passed away, and
Yeah.
then and whatnot. It's what's going on there. But the weird thing is, does the bracelet follow you into the seam?
Um, Probably.
I can't remember.
Mm,
I know with Sam, yes,
yeah.
but I don't know if like
Okay.
when man
Um,
goes to the seam, if he's got his stuff on or not.
One thing got cleared for me. The guy in the hood holding the gun is Higgs, because in this next shot where he's holding Tomorrow's face in her hands,
Uh huh.
the design of the hand and those golden lines are also on the guy who points the gun, so it should be
Uh,
Higgs. Also, really cool imagery of L also having the same eye makeup as Higgs,
yeah.
and in the background you can see a giant ass orange mecha, a huge orange thing
Rising up.
I don't know what
This
the hell
seems
that
like
is.
this seems like what the Elle Fanning and Hicks being inside of a mecha,
Yeah.
which is rising up. So it seems like some sort of mecha kaiju of Hicks. So what I mean is,
This is Higgs Magellan.
Yoji Shinkawa is Yoji Shinkawa is pretty great at mechanical design and designing mecha, right?
Mhm.
And this might be a chance for him to show his proper mecha, full kaiju mecha, which is belonging to Hicks, because we already
Yeah.
see Hicks has a robot army. Hicks robot apparently or potentially could be forming up or deforming to create multiple bigger or smaller objects. I
Yeah.
suspect that the one carrying Hicks was part of that one mecha that could expand itself into a bigger mecha,
Hmm.
Mm.
and all these mecha are being powered by electricity or some sort of carhelium or some sort of BTs, like BTs being the very core of them.
Yeah.
And this ship is its own version of a giant mecha,
Yeah.
possibly a giant bipedal mecha, a humanoid like Gundam or
So
alien mecha.
how the Colossuses work, like how they
Yes.
like, or the Colossus Angel weird things.
Yeah.
I want to say is that same notion, where it's like you have individual things that they can join together into a little bit bigger thing,
Mhm.
and then they can join together into something bigger. And one of the notions is the
Also,
squid
Or
things.
this
The
could
squid
be
things.
his ship, literally. He has his own
Yeah,
version of a
yeah,
Magellan.
yeah, yeah,
also,
Because it's
this
rising
makes
in
me
front
believe.
of the
This
Magellan.
makes me
They're
believe.
they're in
This makes
within
me.
Magellan, right? And the ship that is rising is outside of the
Yeah,
Magellan.
maybe.
possibly they could be inside whatever
What
Higgs's
Mhm. Thing is,
notion of the Magellan
Mhm.
is too, or his giant mech head thing, because
Yeah.
we have the notion of Hartman fighting the angel things, but
Oh.
the notion that he could defeat those, and then Higgs could have one
and
too.
I got something
It's
clear.
made out of the
I got
bot
something clear.
crap.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the last scene when we see many small BTs or whatever, like hands and wings, and these combining to form a big giant BT. Similarly, this thing could explain how Higgs robots are also able to transfuse with each other, because at the center of all the bots are BTs,
Yeah,
right? Like Higgs is powering these mechanical bots through BTs. So this explains that there is a characteristic
yeah,
after 11 years of the 11 months of the DS1 event.
because
We can see that the BTs could attach to each other to form a bigger BT.
Yeah.
And similarly, that is how even the mecha BTs are.
Mm-hmm.
How I would put that is they're like a
Yeah.
BT bot, but basically a cyborg.
Also,
If
yeah,
that makes any sense.
yeah.
Where the
Also,
brain is a BT
in this scene,
or a tar monster.
in this
Yeah.
scene, we go from a normal environment to a seam environment. It literally switches. There's a when he holds.
Yeah, it's transfer. Yeah.
There's
Oh, that's
a
cool.
he just goes from like normal color into the seam color, and the strands appear on tomorrow.
So that would make more
And she's
sense
floating
for them
upwards.
to be in the Magellan.
Yeah, and then she
She's
starts
going
to
up.
float. Yep.
She's going upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason there was another scene that you were talking about with Sam crying. Maybe that's because of the dead man scene prior. So he's crying in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
because of dead
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's why he was crying.
But
The one
he-
where she
he could-
rises.
he could do that multiple times though. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
cool when she rises. To the ground.
But the rainbow is the proper one. So in the land of the dead, the rainbow is the right side up.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's completely opposite. It's like in the land of the living, everything's that way, and then the land of the dead, everything's the right way.
It's merging. Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, that notion of the land of the dead being more dynamic and having more interesting crap in it. Maybe that's also why we have the, like you said previously. I think the moon is weird on that side of the world.
Chiralium, yeah. Also, the next shot, Fragile and Higgs are gonna have a very important relationship and situation, because literally in director's cut, Coffin, who's Fragile's mom, she literally is telling Higgs to take care of Fragile. You're like brother and sister. So they were close, right? So I think now, and with this whole scene, that is definitely a shirtless Higgs. Then that mask, and then he's like floating in the rain. He's out in the rain. I think that's going to be a very emotional scene between Fragile and Higgs that we're seeing. Has anyone looked into the mark? What are the equations on Higgs' head? Have they changed from the first game?
I want to say that they have maybe, or I may be confusing the Cupid. Though.
Because the Cupid changed. Did the equations on his head change too? Because those give away a lot of stuff.
Oh, no.
It's the same?
No, these haven't changed.
Okay. Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
They've definitely gotten golden, but yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Also, look at his hair. Aren't these blonde? Isn't he blonde with a bit of black?
Yeah, I want to say that's probably tar. So it's probably, there's like situations where his hair is like
Changing?
darker, and
Yeah,
then
because
when it's raining, then it washes out of his hair. Because that
That's
previous scene that you were saying,
he's like completely black.
it's because he just came out of the ground,
Probably.
and is covered.
Probably. Yeah.
Which is a cool effect to have that where it's like it's black and then washing out into this gold.
Also, the next shot, BB putting the handprint in. Right after that, it's like the beach, Amelie's beach closing with that handprint.
Yeah, the apocalyptic.
Yes.
Yeah. So that seems like that might be like the end of them, like
Closing the beach.
Fixing the problem yet again, and then they have to deal with the next time around. That it gets bad again.
The next shot of Sam, he's like really angry at whoever is
This is the
shooting.
most badass shot. I mean, why the fuck would you be shooting inside a facility? And to whom?
And he's wearing the tactical suit in here too, the camouflage.
Yeah,
and he's angry. He's literally very having like personal vendetta or something.
And the next shot where he's just sitting in the shower.
It also reminds me of a what is it, Metal Gear Solid V a shot where they did a feint with that in that game.
And with Snake aiming from his patched eye.
Yeah, I think he's like shooting at a cage of. I don't know. I don't want to say any more than. Yeah.
He's played fifth. He hasn't played any of the other ones.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's
The
shot
only one
from.
he's played is
Mm.
Phantom Pain. So, but yeah, like the next shot, Sam is just sitting down in the shower, and ironically, the door says "save water." So
Really?
he's just chilling there, wasting water. It says "save water." Um,
Mm.
super
You
cool.
think they would have a filtration system with that, but maybe they cost too much energy to cycle.
Probably. So yeah, next shot, Sam and Fragile are finally a thing, and that's
And-
Kojima flexing the tech.
He's also
Completely.
wearing a different outfit.
It's a jacket. It's the acronym jacket, the yellow orange one.
Yeah, is what was he wearing that felt like Han Solo? Was that similar to this, or is that a different thing?
I think that was a different one. That was a
Okay.
different one. Yeah.
That
I
was a different one. That was a
look
trench coat.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing all these characters wear a
Costumes,
bunch
yeah.
of different gears. It'd be cool to be able
Fashion.
to
Mm-hmm.
dress all your teammates up and stuff.
Yep.
Choose what they're wearing.
The title and the freaking tongue coming out of his the octopus arm coming out.
Octotongue, yeah.
It's so funny. But yes, you see when the names come up at the very bottom, it says CGI moon kit courtesy of NASA SVS,
Mhm.
and then a giant Hubble mosaic of the Crab Nebula. That's from also the NASA. That's the nebula image that we saw. But anyway, the next sequence was. I love how he's like, she's tying him and like, he's gonna fly out of that belt anyway. Doll man, he's so tiny, and he has a tiny acronym jacket too. That's so cool.
So, what are the notions of the bots coming together? Looking at the these angel things coming together, the black goo, whatever inside of them, if they have that, could leak out and then help join them together, and then they shift around like the notion of the black goo or whatever their central mass BT
I think
portion is.
I think, yeah, like some sort of Hartman's tech was able to figure out how to control a certain level of BTs or a certain bunch of BTs, and I think that is why that notion of or that imagery of us siding with one part of the BT and fighting the other BTs come into. Basically, they check in this timeline, which makes the BTs fuse together, which is the reason why even Hicks Army's BT was able to fuse each other as well as in this scene. And I think Hartman is teaming up with one part of the one set of the BTs, and then he's even merging his own DHP Magellan, which again points out towards that in this timeline, these people have found the technology, the mechanical technology to fuse with the BTs and do a bunch of shit together, right? This
Yeah.
is what I feel.
Yeah,
I guess.
I could see that scene where Hartman is with the map and stuff like that. That might be the technology.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing, oh, we got this thing together, and we can use BB pods to then manipulate the other side's
Damn.
Possible.
creatures and whatnot. But
And that could point towards that scene where we see a BB pod being held by the doctor or something. Someone
Yeah, the
where
doctor
Vinny's also there,
where it just squishes
and
the
I think
BB pod.
yeah, I think they are trying to form BBs again, or maybe bridge babies of some sort. So, some sort. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
something
Where
that's
are the babies coming from?
interesting with these angel things is they kind of the golden hand here kind of has the vibe of the necklace from Amelie.
Yeah.
At the
But
neck.
the Magellan looks super cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can have like customizations for the Magellan.
Right, change the color like in V.
attachments and stuff.
In V, yeah. That would be
That'd be
really
sick.
cool.
I love how he got all these BT's bosses to attach together to form a.
I
freaking big
one more thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I noticed one more thing. in this scene where the hand joins the bigger part of the body,
Mm-hmm.
there's a scene where the hand flips in the upward motion,
Yeah.
and we see the very golden part of the BT, which we were suspecting to be from the land of the dead,
Yeah.
or the other kind of BT. So there seems to be two kind of BTs, like Nav also
Yes.
said. Um, yeah.
And that's just that title. Like for the first three trailers, he's been saying, "Should we have connected?" And then it's like, "We should not have connected." It's like it was so badass.
The boosters on Magellan are
Mhm.
look like NASA
They do.
tech
They
too.
do. They do. And now we see that ridiculously expensive watch that Kojima is selling. But
Yes.
man, his Neil's scarf has imagery on it and a face on there too. Well, especially when he
Yes,
ties it down.
I did some analyzation of it. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like it's
A woman, right?
a picture of Mother Mary,
Yes, it's possible.
because there's flowers
Yes.
on it. There's rays on it, which
Mhm.
is like the grace of something. I would have to.
And he's in front of a church.
Where yes, and there's the notion of just being in Mexico has a kind of
Yeah.
tie to
Tied
that.
to it. Yes. I
Um,
love this whole skeleton, the flashes. No epilepsy warning, but yes, that whole sequence
Hmm.
is so badass. So badass. I was the first time I saw it, I'm like, yes, Snake is back. But yeah, his army looks super cool, more tactical, more modern. He's in a graveyard in front of a church, and the church is on fire, and for some reason there are fireworks. Oh, maybe this is the Day of the Dead,
yeah,
because they celebrate that. This is
Yeah,
Day
that
of
would
the
make
Dead.
sense.
Yeah, this is
It's-
Day of
yeah.
the Dead.
because there's flowers. What is it? Rays of Grace, I think it's called, and then there's like the person's wearing a veil,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is what is it? There's a specific notion of Mary's veil specifically within the lore. She's
Yeah.
also looks like has a golden disc
Oh.
on the bandana. I wish the bandana was in the collector's edition.
I know, that would have been sick.
'Cause then you could hang it up or put it
wear
on.
it. No, but this is definitely the Day of the Dead, because there are a lot of candles on the grave. There's a church. There are fireworks. These guys
Yeah.
celebrate Day of the Dead in Mexico. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
on the Day of the Dead for sure.
And I assume if this is a cliff type of a situation here, that there'll be different locations, and I assume this will be one specific one for Neil's backstory. But then I could see him being in situations where he's smuggling still mothers,
Yeah.
so he's like reliving those scenarios or whatever.
Yeah. Also, he seems in like sort of a discomfort when he's looking up in the sky. He kind of like twitches a couple of times before he does the thing. He's he's like in discomfort for sure. Like he's
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. But I assume he's reliving the notion of having to smuggle still mothers. This
And
is what he's
also his
doing. Right?
backpack is glowing orange.
Is it?
Like
Matt?
yep.
Orange light is very like very prominent.
His backpack. There's something in his back. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that this is the backpack. Oh yes, this is the backpack where the doll is. There's the zipper right there. The doll is glowing inside.
That's
He's carrying, because that was the pouch the doll was in. There's a zipper and everything. Yeah, he's carrying a doll with him.
Okay, so I wonder if the doll represents a still mother, so he doesn't have to carry like a huge body in these scenes.
But the dolls were
that's-
also with Cliff, so it's
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's just a allegorical representation in this scenario. Like he would actually have a full body,
possible.
but this is an easy way to say that, oh, I'm carrying this. But more so, it's probably just the notion of like the weird connection to how they established it with Cliff.
Yeah, no, that's super cool, and I love how there are a lot of parallels of DS1 release date trailer and DS2 release date trailer. They're almost exactly the same if you look at them, because they start off with Cliff's clip. We start off with Neil. Then
Yep.
we have a bunch of gameplay. Then we have the same exact way of giving the character names, right? And then we also have Cliff rising out of the water and walking, and as soon as he hits the camera, the release date shows up. Same thing happening with Neil. So it's almost the exact same pattern of the release date trailers that he's followed up with the DS2 one. Like, you can literally place them on top of each other and they will flow together, which is really interesting. He's trying to make us believe it's gonna be the same way, but I have a feeling some shit is gonna go down. But June 26th.
Do you really think that yeah, I was saying that do you guys really think that Neil is literally the cliff of this game? I mean, isn't it too much
On
on
the nose?
Yeah.
you know?
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean,
I could
giving
see
away.
them, maybe it's true but not true. So that maybe there's some more with it. Like maybe we can actually play
Yeah, we could
Et
actually
cetera.
play as him. Yeah.
so
I-
but still having the flashback stuff, because it happens. We see that we get flashbacks because there's no way else to explain all of these things. And I don't know how else you would explain him having skull soldiers, rather it being that, unless he's got some cool extra
Yeah,
doom powers that are like, so we could actually bring those things in the land of the living, which would be kind of cool. But
and it could literally even end up being exactly the same situation as Cliff. He could just do a rinse and repeat too.
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, the next frame was the best one, June 26th. It came way earlier than I thought it would be. I was expecting an July or August release date. It's June 26th, which is great. The next one is him wearing the VR set. And the interesting about the VR set clip is, like, he floats and those whole things go in, but if you look at the reflection on his eye, he's actually going down a hallway. It's not a training ground. It's literally a hallway that you can see in his eyes. So, which is very interesting. He's like almost reliving a memory through. Oh, maybe that's the hallway that leads to his wife. He's going into the past through this.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
Because that's the facility where Lucy was. Maybe he's reliving that through the VR. It's not just a training. You can
That's-
live out the memories.
Yeah, that'd be cool for you to do that scenario, that you actually have to go through a nightmare before you get to the gameplay.
Oh yeah, a flashback kind of a sin.
Yeah.
And maybe Neil is also encountering us during those moments also, because he is also seen in at least one of the scenes. He was also in a facility.
Okay.
Where he could also be coming for Lucy or something.
Highly likely. The next scene is also badass. Just
Yeah.
integrating Magellan with the BT, and you can literally see his BB
I
popping.
noticed one thing. Yeah, I noticed one thing.
Yeah.
I noticed one thing in this BT versus BT fight. So I think, and this is clear to me now. You guys might have the clarity already, that we are merging up with the BT that was in the first game, right? That was the BT of the Death Stranding, the real world BT, and we are fighting against the BTs of the apparently the Land of the Dead, which is what dead, which is what we're calling.
Yeah.
Because we are fighting the BT that has the skull face, the skull BT face, and the other ones.
And one thing is
So I
for
think
sure.
those BTs are what we are against.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, that is true. There's definitely two different kinds of BTs going at each other. Also, we are definitely controlling this fight. This is not just a cutscene. Because what the fuck would Sam be doing in the
Also,
water?
damn.
Because Magellan, Sam is in the Magellan. We have integrated with the BT. Now you control the BT, and there's a big ass BT fight that we control. It's kind of
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Street Fighter thing that happened between Higgs and
Oh,
Sam.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
these two this time.
And nods to MGS4.
Yes. Don't spoil, but
No, no, I'm
yes.
just that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. All needs to be said for those that know.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
I have another. Uh, Guys, one more thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
The lighting of those Land of the Dead BTs, the orange light is very similar to the soldiers of Neil.
Yeah.
If you see
Yeah. Yeah.
the
The
orange
orange.
hue
Orange hue. The orange is pretty
is
big
similar.
when that. Yes. The whole orange thing is pretty big.
One thing that if we are actually doing
So those
that fight, that would lead to the notion that we actually maybe control Hartman, like
Yeah.
more than just in that scenario.
Mm-hmm. But I also think,
yeah.
like, I think it's not just gonna be Sam that we play as. I think we're definitely getting another character.
Well, if they run something similar to Metal Gear Solid V, where you can take your recruits out and do stuff,
You could even
you
have
could
partners in the field.
just do that way, and then you could actually have like story stuff where they're doing missions, and maybe even do some weird time dilation stuff, where like they like the scene where they leave in the truck,
Yeah.
where they're in the back. You could literally have it be that he goes and sits down, and then you jump to these people and play this scene at any point in time, because you could go the thing and then go back to what they experienced. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And have all these weird side stories
Mhm.
with the other characters, and they would just overlap depending on when you played them.
Mm.
Technically, you could use the VR as a means to facilitate that transferring between characters or something weird like that, though, too. But or just a camera shift. But yeah,
No. All right. Well, that was the trailer. That was the whole trailer. Yeah, this trailer was something. It all has 1.9 million views. It did pretty good. I think this one has definitely appealed more to people with this more action-oriented theme.
yeah. People want options. This
Yeah.
is all, which is it's fine.
Mm.
I think it was good for Kojima to force people to experience the novelty of the first game, though.
Yeah,
First.
yeah. Yeah, I
And the
played.
loneliness associated with the first game, which I don't think so is in this game, because he was very much adamant about us not using the music player, or right, we couldn't even use our Spotify, the built-in Spotify app in the background of the PlayStation.
Yeah, he's
Which
suggesting
I
that.
think this time around
Yeah, we'll
he's
have a Walkman. I
you
think.
could play songs anytime.
Yes, we'll have a
So
Walkman.
there is
also.
no emphasis on the loneliness of the game that was prominent in the first game.
The first game,
This is more than just a delivery game, I think.
for sure. He's
The
taking it more
Stranding.
towards action as well.
That, or at least giving us
Yeah, just campaign plus
the
Stranding.
option to do action.
Yeah.
Can I just together?
All right. Well, this was good. As we have, this was long and this was good. I'm probably gonna end up chopping this into two
Yeah,
parts.
good luck with the editing.
No, I'm gonna just release this in two parts because
Oh, release it in 2 parts? Okay,
yes,
yeah. That's
because no one's gonna watch 2.5, 3 hour long video. People are gonna be like, nope.
part 2, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
split it
yeah.
in two. But this was fun. Even though we started off as we're not gonna deep dive, but we did a full deep dive, which was fun. Like there were so many things that we had to discuss and say. We had our technical difficulties. I mean,
It's hard to control, man.
yeah, it is. Devesh's camera wasn't the best. It kept getting stuck a lot, but at least your voice was proper, so
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
that done. Already pre-ordered. I actually pre-ordered the Magellan ship collectible.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool, and it was cheap.
How much was it?
$43.
Okay, how big is it?
I don't know the size of it. I think it's like a maybe it's on there. I don't even check, but
I
it looked
think
pretty good.
Okay. Is it still available or did they sell out?
No, they do have it.
Oh,
I can send you a link. The link
okay.
that
Yeah.
I bought it from. Devesh sent it to me actually. I ordered
but
it
it's
directly
Japan
from Japan.
exclusive.
Yeah, I ordered it from
It's
Japan
Japan
directly.
exclusive.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that might be it might have gone up in price with tariff nonsense. But I'm not sure. Has that gone
No,
away?
it's not. Not. I already paid for it, so
You
it's
might
not
be
going.
fine. You might be fine. They
No, I think you you might you might incur tariff charges the moment it reaches the border, is what I feel, or the port. Apparently, the port, it will come from the port, right? And that is how it works in India, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that is how it is very much standard everywhere, that you pay for the part, and when the moment it reaches the port or the border, it gets tariffed, and this is when the sad tariffs are gonna come into
yeah
play. It will
Yeah.
definitely be tariffed.
We'll see. Well, whatever. It was worth it.
Customs do exist.
yeah yeah.
Yeah,
It looks good, so I got that and pre-ordered it.
24% is
So we
Japanese tariff.
Yeah,
so we can.
I do you know the big fat Ludens, like the
Mm-hmm.
chibi Ludens? I have that guy.
Nice. Okay.
The thing that I
That's out of stock. That's out of stock. Oh, you have it? Nice.
Yeah, he has it.
Sick.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah, it's crazy to say we are like 72 days away, just over 2 months.
right. I hope I have enough energy and time to drill in with the the stealth part of the director's cut stuff, because
Mhm.
I want to see what that feels like and
Mm,
kind of really more understand the loose notions that I have of that story that I looked into,
yeah, but
because
let's.
I don't fully understand
Hmm.
that full story.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, but yeah.
No, I get it. All right. Well, this was fun. Had a good discussion. Let's see what comes up next. I'm thinking a gameplay trailer or maybe a gameplay state of play.
Hmm.
Either that, or we could get something on Summer Game Fest, or or the PlayStation Showcase or State of Play, whatever they do for the summer. I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 more Death Stranding 2 related stuff, launch trailer, gameplay trailer, and other trailer. Possibly, I'm gonna skip the launch trailer. It's probably gonna be very
Yeah.
spoilery. Yeah.
Usually it's not edited by Kojima, so it's
Yeah.
not a good idea. I skipped the
It is.
too.
Yeah.
It's like PR does that stuff usually.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining in. This was
Yes.
fun, and hopefully.
Thank you for having me again.
No, of course. Hopefully, we can do it once more after the next trailer or
Yeah,
gameplay.
thanks for having me as well.
We can
Well,
do another
it-
deep dive on the gameplay. Hopefully.
Right. Well, and if you want to do one in between there, it'd be fine to just do what we were saying that we were going to do today.
No. Of course. No, this was good. This was good. I think we covered pretty much what we were gonna do anyway, because we were just gonna talk about the game. And
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
it is.
I still have that weird broken mess of a list thing. Oh, I do have one last quick thing. Do you think the Switch will get the first game, Switch 2?
Devesh will answer that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident because now more than ever, because KGP have the rights to the IP, rather than Sony. No, Sony doesn't have the rights to the IP. So it's a question of when and not if.
Yeah.
And
DS2 would also come.
do you think this, Death Stranding 2 would be too crazy for the Switch 2? Or would it
No,
be able?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Do you think both could go on it?
See, me being from a technical background, even though I am calling DS2 probably as the best looking game on PS5, which has come or maybe yet to come, in my opinion, it is the best looking game on the PS5. That being said, I understand tech at least to an extent that it's not too much CPU bound game, right? At least in my opinion. DS2 and DS1 both don't seem to be heavily CPU bounded. I could be wrong, but at least as per my understanding. So yeah, DS2 would be able to run. It might not run well if anything, but it would run pretty. I mean, it could run at 30 FPS, maybe at 900 pixels. Who knows?
Yeah.
Of course, there would be cuts,
Because
but the fact that Cyberpunk is running at 40 FPS gives me hope.
yeah, because seeing Cyberpunk
That's more
on,
CPU
on there
intensity.
gave me hope for definitely it's the first one for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah,
No, definitely.
yeah,
I'm confident both of the games would be coming.
Awesome.
that would be cool to have that game on the go slash what is it? Especially if they have the save transfer
Yeah.
with it too. That would be nuts. But
Hmm.
yeah,
That's to be seen.
cool. That was the weird end thing that I was going to bring up.
No, it's good. Like Divesh is really into Nintendo technical stuff. We have a lot of talks about that, so that's why I was
Cool.
like, let him answer that. But
Nice.
awesome, yeah. No,
All right.
let's just
Yeah.
a little bit more of a wait till the game comes out, and hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get a lot more marketing, a lot of stuff happening in the next 2 months. Our special video should be releasing on the end of April. Ashler did a really cool job with that one. I can't wait
Yeah.
for that one to be
Yeah.
out there and hopefully get to
Mm.
the team.
You should have saw what I started with. It was so long.
It's okay. But
It's-
now it's perfect timing. So we have enough.
Yeah, yeah,
we have
yeah.
enough people.
Yeah, because even what you got was pared down from what I was going
Yeah.
with. Because you want to just say everything. It's
I know.
like,
You just
it's
want
like,
to
no.
keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining. This was fun. Let's do.
Yeah. Thanks for having.
Yeah. Let's not wait too long for doing the next one.
For sure.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.